Welcome to Gachagua'S TV. This is your host, Gachagua'S, the tallest man in Black Africa. Rigathi Gachagua has been making funny statements. Statements that are affecting the market. Statements that are affecting the investors. Statements that are affecting the business people. Statements that are causing ripples in political circles and in our geopolitics. People are raising their hands, asking questions what is happening in Kenya. Just the day before yesterday, on a national TV, that is Citizen, Rigathi Gachagua came out on national TV claiming that the country has inadequate forex to trade. And he said that the forex reserve is inadequate to an extent that the country is unable to buy fuel. And he went further and tried to convince everybody that that day there was a crisis and the central bank has to come. Yesterday came out, guns blazing, defending the situation, saying that that is not even the process of buying fuel. That is not the way they go about it. And they say that the central bank has enough forex reserve. And in fact, they say they have excess. And the aftermath of this is seen in the shilling that is dropping. Yesterday, the remarks caused a major drop to the Kenyan shilling. And the Kenyan shilling was trading at 120.7 against the dollar, which is actually a drop. And it was very, very scary to the investors. So I want us to look at the way Gachagua has been talking, and even Ruto himself. The nascent government has been talking about the ailing economy. In fact, a foreigner who wants to invest in Kenya would think the country is just about to collapse economically. Mtu anafikiria kwamba mambo yamesabaratika, mtu anafikiria kwamba the country is on its deathbed. In fact, they have gone further and said that the economy is in ICU. And initially they were saying it was in high dependency unit. Now they are saying it is in ICU, intensive care unit. It is very, very scary to the investors. Investors who want to come to Kenya are not sure whether to invest in a country that is breaking economically, that is collapsing economically, that is in ICU. No investor wants to put his money where there is no profit, because the business of business is business. And kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba hata wale wawekezaji ambao wamewekeza nchini Kenya already who have invested, they may run away if they continue talking like this. They may run away because people want to be assured that where there is investment, there is profit. Where they put their money, there is profit. But when you have the president and the deputy president lamenting about the economy, lamenting in the national TV, and sometimes giving false information, because I believe the Kenyan economy is strong, if you ask me, and I think if central bank can attest to this, that the Kenyan economy is strong. When you compare the Kenya economy with the regional economy, in fact, Kenya is an economic hub, because you see, it is only in Kenya that you find stability. It is only in Kenya that you find a value for your shilling. You find thriving businesses. You find vibrant business people, vibrant economy. You go to the Nairobi Stock Exchange, very active, very vibrant. The Bows is very vibrant. Go to any transport sector, go to any sector, you find that the economy is moving very well. It is very good. And the reason why they have been saying this is to castigate Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, is to show that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta alipora nchi. Hivi ndivyo wanataka kuonyesha. That's why they have been talking about the $4 former CS. They call them the $4 cabinet secretaries, that they have been stealing money. But you see, the same government is not talking about corruption. It is not talking about the way they are going to handle corruption. In fact, I have not heard any one time Gachagua talking about corruption. And I know there are even cases in court. And I remember he even told the DCI to move out of parastatals, out of government offices, those who have been investigating cases. And I think the corrupt guys must be very, very happy. Because what is happening now, it means these people will not be investigated. Many things will happen in government offices. Many things will happen in parastatals. Many things will happen even in county governments. And nobody is going to raise a finger, nobody is to point a finger to anybody. And if the DCI is not going to investigate, how are they going to investigate without going to the offices, without going to the books of the audit account, without looking at the transaction vile ambavyo mambo yameendelea pale? Kwa hivyo utapata kwamba what is coming out very clearly is the statecraft is in the wrong hands, kwa sababu ukiangalia utaona kwamba hao ni watu ambao ni kama actually they need to be trained on how to even talk in public, because kuna wakati nisikia Gachagua akisema kuna kampango tuko nako na Uhuru na I'm not going to disclose. You see, as a government officer, as a deputy president, you should not give half information. You should give half. You better keep quiet, because you see, don't come out in a national TV and say you start giving half information, information that is has not been validated and found to be true. And it is very, very important, even for these two people, two gentlemen, and the government in particular, to speak in one voice. So unapata huyu asema hivi, mwenzake asema hivi. Again, I think they need a communication expert to manage these people, kwa sababu yale ambayo wanasema ni mambo ambayo that are going to affect everybody. Whatever they say will affect the economy, will affect the neighboring countries, will affect the investors, will affect everybody, including the workers, the civil servant. Ni vizuri sana waangalie yale mambo ambayo unasema, kwa sababu ni mambo ambayo inaweza kutuletea athari kubwa sana za kiuchumi. Some of the consequences of just saying some words may be too difficult, may be too disastrous to handle, kwa sababu kile tunapata ni kwamba Gachagua, especially Gachagua, is coming out as somebody who is not measured. I think he measure his words when he's talking. He should be able to look at the consequences of what he's saying. Kwa sababu unampata like now they're in campaign, and if you look at even the social media, people are telling them, are reminding them that the time for campaign is over. It is now the time to implement what you promised Kenyans. It is not the time for campaign. Even when you look at William Samoei Ruto is very busy trying to expand his territory, his political influence. Anataka aonekane ya kwamba ana ufuasi mkubwa sana katika sehemu zote, because you see, we cannot deny the fact that he has a duty to unite the country. But you see, you cannot go on campaign trail even when you have been declared the winner. People want to see the prices of commodities going down, sorry for that. Because you see, like yesterday, a tax was imposed on, I think, that commodities, including beer and so many things. And that is why you see, from today, you'll be buying commodities at higher prices. And even maize flour is not left out. Utapata hata bei ya unga pia itapanda. Kwa hivi ndivyo watu wanataka kuona mnafanya nini kuhakikisha kwamba uchumi unaendelea. Yes, you tried to talk about the GMO and allowing the GMO, the science of whatever you call it, to continue and to be employed and to be used in Kenya, because already walikuwa wamekataa 2012. Lakini sasa, this is just one way of what you are supposed to do. But it is not campaign time. The time for campaign is far much gone. It is far much behind us. And we should move forward and try to see how we are going to tackle the so-called ailing economy. Because if the economy is ailing, what are you doing? If there is a shortage of forex reserve, what are you doing about it? You cannot keep on lamenting day one, day two, you are still lamenting, yesterday you are still lamenting. For how long shall we continue lamenting? You see, and you see, the question that is coming, that is begging the answer, you see, it is the government now that is trying to castigate, to criticize the former regime. The former regime is not in government. The wheels of statecraft are in William Samoei Ruto's hands. He is on the steering wheel. So yeye ni aendeshe gari vizuri, na abiria ni sisi tujifunga mikada, tuone kule ambako tutaendelea, kwa sababu safari ni ndefu hii. Safari ni ndefu. And I can tell you, the art of statecraft is not as simple as many people think. And when you look at even the governors who are elected, especially in UDA, They are not doing anything. They are quiet. In fact, you not even see that they are county governments. Wamenyamaza tu hivi kama maji yaliyo ndani ya mtungi, hakuna kitu ambacho wanafanya. For the CS, we can say yes, they have to wait for them to be vetted by parliament. But when what you see is not inspiring so far, we want to see an inspiring president. We want to see an inspiring deputy president. We want to see an inspiring governor who is going to rally the people from the county to work very hard and achieve the economic prosperity that we have been always yearning for. This is Gachagua'S TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. May you have a blessed day. Can you subscribe kindly to our video and comment, and you can even share for supporters. We remain humbled. Have a great day.